channel, everybody. VXM. Next project on the books right here is going to be this Malibu. J&C Auto Sales. This is the owners right here.
How you doing?
This is Chicky and Fred. And it's their race car. So we're going to go over real quick what we're doing to it. Basically, they put the motor and the tranny in it, and then we're going to get it all done, wired, plumbed, suspension work done to it, fix the brake lines and the whole bit. Fix all the wiring, the plumbing, the water, the whole 9 yards, and go to the track with them. So it's a 79 or 80? What year is it? 79 Malibu. Yeah, come here. Tell them a little bit about what's in the motor. If you want. You don't have to, but if you want to tell them what's in the motor, you can tell them what's in the motor. You're going to bracket race the car, right?
Yeah. It's a 434 it's got Crowler crank and pistons, 14 to 1.
All right. So it's a stock suspension deal, stock frame rails. They got the supports in here. Got a front motor plate. So nothing's hooked up. They dynoed the motor. The motor's, broken in already, whatever. So we're gonna wire it and get it running in the car and redo all the crappy wire everywhere. The car's been sitting for a while, right? How long has it been sitting?
6 years.
Okay, so it hasn't been to the track in 6 years. So we're gonna get it all, go over the whole thing, and get it all running and everything for them, and then we'll be ready to go. All right? All right. So we just had it up on the lift. We're gonna put a transmission shield in the car. He's got a turbo 400 in there. So the tranny shield, right? TCI shield. The way he's got it set up, it won't fit up against the floor. So what we're gonna do is take the seats out of the car. We're gonna back this thing out where we can get into it. We're gonna cut the seats out. Take the seats out, and then we're gonna cut the floor and raise the floor up about 2 inches, so that it'll have plenty of clearance for everything. And then we'll put it all back together in here, and then be able to put the shield on. So at least that's done, because we got to hook up the shifter. Everything's got to be hooked up. The shield's actually got to get modified anyway, because it's got a deep pan on it, so it doesn't have the right brackets on it. All right. So you see a lot of detailed fabrication stuff going on. All right. Talk to you in a minute. All right. So we're getting the seats out.
Where'd you put all
Take
these
the sills off, right?
Hey,
so we get this carpet up.
Where'd you put the screws?
I'm gonna put them all in that little box. And then check this out. So somebody put this carpet in this, right? You'd think they would at least clean the floor before they put the carpet in it. What the heck, man? Anyway, all right. So we're gonna get this carpet up out of the way. It's like they put all the old floor off and just threw the new one on. You didn't vacuum nothing, clean nothing. You got about 10 pounds. You save about 10 pounds of weight with all the crap in here. All right, got that one off. All right, we got to unhook this shifter. I got the cover off. I got to find these wires that are up in there. There's this rat's nest of wires in here. We're gonna clean all this up. Get that all done. All right. All right. So the carpet's out. Man, I can't believe they left all this junk underneath here. Anyway, so the shifter is nut and bolted from underneath the floor. So one other thing we're going to do is when we put it in, we'll weld 3 studs or whatever, 4 studs, whatever, however many are holding it on there. Only 3 on this one. But we'll weld the studs up so you could just mount the shifter down without having to go under, because now we got to go under the car. Somebody got to be under, somebody got to be over just to get the shifter out. All right, and then these wires for the neutral safety switch and the line lock, we're gonna put plugs on them so you can, they had a connector on one, and then they hardwired the rest of it. So I don't know why they did that, but we're gonna put a plug on it. So all you gotta do is unplug it, and then if you ever have to take the shifter out again or whatever, you just unplug everything. Okay, and then like I said, all them wires under there, we'll fix all that. All right. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to end up cutting the floor like this, all the way down here like that, up and over, and then picking it up
Probably like 2 inches.
probably up to the height of this, so it'll be flush with this, all the way up to the top.
Yeah.
All right. There we go. Alright, so we're putting these brackets on for the tranny shield to see how much room we need. And then we're looking at this over here where this header touches. We're gonna have to nip that off. Same thing on this side. Cut that off or you're gonna be vibrating your teeth out of the thing. Alright? Okay. That one, got that one tight?
Yeah. How tight do they get?
Well, those are gonna be tight because we're not taking those back off no matter what. So you might as well just tighten them up.
Just tighten them up.
Yeah, those are staying on. That's good. I'll put the other side on and see what the deal is with that. All right, so we got clearance now on this side. There was a lot of pressure on that thing. This side has even more pressure on it. We're gonna have to take the header off and slide the header back so I could take a chunk out of that. All right, so we got the header out. That's always fun, getting the header out, especially with a motor plate, because nothing wants to move. And now we're gonna notch this like that. Take this little corner off and then beat this side down a little bit. And then we'll be good. So like that, and beat that down. Okay, got that clearanced out, got the bolt off. Check the header, make sure it fits, and then we'll put it back on. One more thing, while we got these lines, you're gonna have to get longer lines because these lines don't fit here. If you try to run them under the header, then they won't fit because they go up against the header. If you ran them through here where you had them through here, through the header, they're too short. So we're gonna have to get longer ones of those. All right, so we're working on this cross member. Let's see this. The one that's on there goes like this, and then it goes around, and then it goes back. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take another piece, and then it doesn't clear the exhaust. So I'm making a piece that's gonna go up and over, and then back down like that. All right. So we're bending a piece now over there on the bending machine. All right, what a hole. All right, got the piece. We're probably gonna end up just making another piece this way that thing's not all full of holes. All right, we're gonna get the cover, make sure that fits, and then we'll go from there. All right, so now we're back on the lift. I'm gonna separate this. I'm using the old cross member just to hold it in place so I know what size, I'm sorry, how much clearance I have. So they go, that's where that goes, okay? And should be able to slip this like this, and it should go up and over. So we gotta make a little bit more. Oh, wait, never mind, I'm sorry. Still gotta go forward. Gotta go forward like that. And great. There we go, right there. So that's gonna go like that. Right there. It's gonna go there. And we need the one more, like about a inch. This side's good. So this side's good. This side needs about an inch more forward, and then we'll be good to go. So an inch forward and a little bit over more. All right. I'm gonna go up on the ladder and look and see how much room I'm gonna mark it out. All right, so I got it marked on the top. Once again, I'll take it down. I'm gonna see if I could go up in there and cut it in the car. Let's do it that way. All right, she's in. So now we're gonna bolt this on, put the tranny back up into place. Just make sure all the clearances are good, and then we'll build the floor over it. I'm gonna make the cross member and then build the floor over it. All right, so I'm just putting this, putting the shield on. I'm just putting the bolts in it real quick, just to make sure everything lines up. Which it does, so it looks good. So for now, we're just putting in the top piece. I'm not worried about the bottom right now. The bottoms will be no problem later. All right. So it looks good. I think I'm gonna just trim this side a little bit more. I mean, we're here now. More room, the better. All right, so I'm gonna trim this side a little bit more, right here on this one side. It's weird the way this tranny sits like that. They had so much room. They could have made the shield a little more of an angle this way, and it would have fit even better. But whatever. So the lines are exposed. That's good. It goes around. It just clears the dipstick tube, which is good. So that's good. So this is going to sit, this basically sits right here. This is low loose. I'm going to let this sit out of my way, let this down. And go up top, clear that. And then tomorrow I'll make the floor. I'll start making the floor up. So that's about all we're gonna get done today anyway. All right, so one thing before we get done. I'm just gonna cut this one little section back out. Let's see if you could see this section out. All right, I got it marked with a white marker. Okay, I'm gonna trim that back. That'll have all the clearance that you want. Okay, give me a second to get set up here. And we're good to go. nice clean cut. I'm going to build it up about that high, come back here like that. It'll be good to go. You'll be able to slip it in, take the drive shaft, the cross member out. You can slide it up over and you're good to go. All right? A lot more to go on this car, guys, so stay tuned. Don't forget to like and subscribe, share it with it. Hit the like button for me. Talk to you soon. We're getting to that 500 mark.